You are live.
I'm live?
Yeah.
No, you're live.
We're all live.
We're all live. No, 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 no.
Hell yeah. So let's find our thing.
I don't see us live. What are you doing?
Checking it out real quick.
Oh, wait. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
See what's going on. Can't find it.
Yeah, I'm the only viewer.
Yay.
Yeah.
How do I find it?
I just go to the main page and it should pop up. I just went to 96 and it just popped up.
All right. Awesome.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't need us.
Got it.
Now we have no viewers.
Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're getting to everything. Should have had everything up. We didn't. This is very impromptu. So, welcome to 96 Studios Live.
There's nobody watching.
We've it's recording now. We don't
Oh,
need
it's
nobody
still...
to watch it. Whatever.
We got one person.
Yeah, whatever. As soon as we're done, this goes onto the feed. I'm telling
That's
you,
right. It does.
This is new uncharted ground for us.
Yes.
Instead of recording something and waiting for people to put it out there, we could give it to them now, fresh, off the cuff, unedited. So watch your language. So this is very impromptu for us. We're just hanging around, discussing what we're gonna do for projects.
We were lazy today. We just want to do
Lazy.
something live.
We were going through comic books, toys. We have stuff like this we were looking at to like what we can do to modify. It's pretty though. That one's too pretty to do.
Too pretty to do, yeah.
So with all that, we just want to get out there and just put something out there. Just get around, talk to what we want to talk about. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. We actually do. Let me put this over here. But no, there's a lot of stuff in the nerd world that is heavy-handed right now. You hear the whole. Like, what do you want to talk about first? I know a bunch of stuff that's going on.
I mean, we want to start with Star Wars?
I want to know what I got a better one. Let's start with the HBO Batman.
HBO Batman.
Yeah. So check it out. So we got word. Well, not we got word, but they're going to release the Justice League.
Oh yeah,
the Snyder
cut. Yeah. Some people are like, it's on the fence. Some people want it. Some people are like, it's just gonna be the same movie. Some people just don't want to see Darkseid all messed up because he looks messed up.
I'm all for it because
I'm not gonna be able to watch it though.
I'll watch it. I'll find a way to watch it. I'll bootleg watch it.
That's the only way I'm gonna watch it.
I'll be calling friends for their HBO pluses or whatever. I'll bootleg watch it. Whatever it is, I'll watch all that stuff. I'm excited because it was a director versus the studio, and he pushed for a lot of stuff to get recorded and to get filmed and to make it into the movie.
He had to take off for a family thing, and then somebody else came in and finished it.
Yeah, and then you got the studios like, you know what, we're gonna do it like this, and I'm pretty sure people have visions on when they start editing stuff together. Like when I do the videos for what we do at 96 Studio on a grand, smaller scale than anything you've ever seen in a movie. Could you imagine 96 the movie?
That's an R-rated film.
I want Dwayne The Rock Johnson to play me, and you get Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, I'm done with that.
But no.
Well, first of all, like I'm upset that they're just doing it on HBO. There's been no word of releasing it anywhere else. There's been no word of like Blu-ray or digital download. It's just HBO. Not everybody has HBO.
I'm okay with HBO, but I'll tell you why I'm okay.
But what
with HBO.
What if you want to watch it over and over at later? Is it gonna be like live streamed? Is it gonna be like
TiVo, man?
Is it gonna be TiVo?
Honestly, if it was me, I would do it as a 2-part series, like break it up.
That's what they're talking about. They're talking about making it 4 parts though.
Yeah, I would do the 2 parts, possibly 3. Nothing too crazy.
They're talking about 4 parts.
Do
Which,
it like that because all it is to get people to buy the subscription
yeah.
to HBO.
And that's another thing too is like they're talking about splitting it up into 4 parts, which means that there's gonna be one part 1 week, next part is the second week, third, or they're gonna release it all at once. They can release it in days, weeks.
I would do weeks, kind of like a Game of Thrones things they always did.
That pissed me
But
off
that's
so
the thing,
much.
you get the viewers back. You have to make that money. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it,
It's a
there's
bait and
no
switch.
money to be made off a movie, you know, unless it's like HBO does like series, and they put movies out there, but they usually do series. I remember when I was a kid, I was watching Oz, and they came out like seasons. You know, they had like 12 seasons, maybe a little less. Now they're picking up like Friends and stuff like that. So yeah, they're looking to make money. It's all about getting those new subscriptions. But I'll tell you why about the editing process. I edit the videos. I go through every video. I see every frame. I listen to all the audio. By the way, when we first started, listening to my own voice made me sick. Like I felt like I was gonna throw up.
Yep.
But after a while, you kind of get used to it. But when I see everything like raw, I can see, okay, I can edit this and I could do it this way, and I can see how this scene is gonna go back. There's some videos out there through the power of editing. It was a 3-day shoot, and we made it look like one. So it was that's a great secret for you
They're
guys.
basically taking the whole movie and re-editing the whole movie because
Yeah.
they had scenes that were filmed that they have to still go in CGI. Then they put stuff back in there. It's just I don't know. I still don't like the fact that they're splitting it up into parts and then.
I don't know. I like it that they're splitting it up into parts, but I can understand where.
But they're also putting stuff back in that we wanted.
But it was the studio versus the director. They wanted their edit. They had his edit, and it was pretty much the pushing of two titans. Who was
But
going to
also
win?
too, it was the director that had to replace the guy when he left. So another director with a totally different vision.
Yeah, and then now they're saying if this does well, we might see a series where Ben Affleck, Jared Leto,
Oh yes,
and
yes.
all those characters
Yeah.
coming back to play like a Batman series on HBO.
But wasn't Ben Affleck done?
I don't know if he was done. The more fact that I know he wanted to produce the Batman, and that was going to have Slade Wilson's Deathstroke in there. Don't know. They was uncast. Nobody idea to play it.
Well, they had Deathstroke at the end of Justice League.
Yeah, and I can. And
That was the after credit scene.
Did I miss that?
Yes, it was after the credits. Lex Luthor had gotten out of prison. He was on a yacht. Boat pulls up to the yacht. Slade Wilson walks out. He's fully masked. They didn't have him unmasked.
I don't know. I'm happy with it. HBO is jumping their hat in the ring because after Game of Thrones, what really do they have?
Yeah.
Westworld, I guess you can say, and that's about it. Back in the day, HBO was like exclusive. You had HBO, you were a rich kid.
Yeah.
Your family was loaded. You had HBO on the cable. They offered it for like the first like you get 3 months free for HBO, and after that 3 months, click.
Yeah, but see, like for people like me, there's nothing on HBO that I want to watch. So, I mean, they're just trying to get my money for one thing that they could easily release onto some type of other platform that I would gladly watch, like Netflix,
Well, the thing is,
or even the DC app. I might even get that. You know,
I'll also tell you why. The DC app,
I haven't heard anything going for that right now.
I had it for like a minute, and as soon as they canceled Swamp Thing, which was the hottest thing on there,
Yeah.
I was done. I was like, you know what? They're Warner Brothers, DC, all that good stuff. They're so disconnected on how they want to play these games for movie, show, everything. The continuity. If they're going to try to take on Disney and Marvel, they're
And
doing
that's
it
the
the
thing
wrong
too
way.
is they're trying to rush it. And Marvel took their time. They took their time over what 10 years.
Yeah, but they also
And DC's like, well, we gotta catch up. So now they're trying to rush it in like a year or two with all these different movies coming out.
well, the other thing about that is that you have DC, who is trying to fast produce, get them out there, and then you have Marvel that took their time. One did their research, and I don't know who you have writing. I don't know who you have looking at all these things, or just pretty much making the stories. I don't know who you have doing the research or anything like that. But they're wrong. I'll tell you that right now. They're flat wrong, because there's a lot of plot holes in it. There's a lot of things that were going on. They're not going. It's all over the place and mess for DC. What are you doing?
I want to see if there's anybody watching. If everybody's talking.
It doesn't even matter.
It does matter. We want to connect with our
This is the
fans.
live chat right now. There's nobody in the live chat.
Is there anybody watching?
I don't know. We did this like last minute. I don't expect nobody to watch, but you
There
know
was
what?
one person watching.
Well, you know what? That's it.
Oh.
That's us. Boom. Don't worry. We'll get there.
Watch us, please.
How do I get this back now? You ruined my thing and you ruined my thought. All right. What I was trying to say is, we have the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what I was saying, this
She gave us an update.
Who's that? Oh, yay. So,
Her and us.
regardless of who was watching, I'm doing this because we had nothing else to do. We're sitting here talking about comics, and we're going through toys to be like, this is what we're doing next, and this is what we're doing next. But can I get back to my thought about HBO?
No, HBO sucks.
HBO is good, and I'll tell you why this is good for DC. Supposedly, there's another cut of Suicide Squad out there.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm all for that. If we can get another cut of Suicide Squad, and that's a better cut, they might have a standing chance to be in the ring. It's not like DC makes bad movies, and Warner Brothers makes bad movies. No, Shazam, which was a great movie, even with the kids cast and the whole everything, the storytelling, the character continuity, everything. It was a good movie, made over $1 billion. They had Aquaman, did the same. Wonder Woman did the same, and they're good movies. It's just when you looked at Justice League was really rushed, and then you had Batman v Superman that had a little bit. It was dodgy.
Yeah.
A lot of people pissed off with that Martha line, which I'm not gonna. I liked the Batman v Superman. I thought it was a good movie.
It was.
There was a couple things I would have changed.
Yeah.
But what we look at, it's off Frank Miller's, was it 89 comic, Dark Knight Returns. The suit was the first suit we got that was all gray, that wasn't all black, and I loved that. I thought it was great. The only thing they didn't have were the black chonies on them.
Yeah, it just doesn't transfer very well to movie though.
I would do it. I'll put them chonies on. Anyways,
Have you seen the new stuff with Robert Pattinson Batman?
you know what? And know what? Let's go ahead and talk. We want to talk about Robert Pattinson. Since
So,
you brought it up.
like-
Hold on. Let me point something out. Comic-Con was supposed to be Memorial Day weekend here in Phoenix, right? We were guests as panelists for that event. Unfortunately, because of COVID, it was canceled. We were part of the Batman panel that weekend, and we're going to talk about Robert Pattinson, the Batman. There's a whole lot I want to talk about that. Supposedly they're rescheduling for September. We're waiting for confirmation of emails.
Yeah.
I know you're upset because Dave Bautista again. They
Yeah.
took him away from you. But if you want to bring up the Batman, let's jump into it because I've been wanting to talk about this since Comic-Con.
Yeah, so they've released a whole bunch of new set photos. Supposedly there's also a new.
I am thirsty.
You got drink problem?
Something.
So there's a whole new of I can't remember the word symptoms of the script. A whole new idea of what the script's going to be. It looks like it's supposed to be the second year as Batman, so he's still getting all this stuff together. The car looks like a DeLorean.
Yeah, some people were saying it looked like Kit from Knight Rider.
Yeah,
but more like
and his suit is
Mad
also
Max.
His suit is still kind of pieced together with different pieces.
So this is the same Robin that was in the Joker. What's it called? Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you, looking at the suit right here, I can see how it looks like
it's still pieced together. He's still adding more to it. He's still designing it.
I can see it has the gauntlet. The gauntlets have the spikes on the side. There's some looks like needles or something there, or something on there. It literally looks like hockey pads. It literally every time I look at the Robert Pattinson armor, and I'm looking at the picture where the stunt guy's wearing it. It's not Robert Pattinson, it's the stunt guy.
Yeah, this is the stunt guy.
They're filming in the graveyard. That was one of the very first pictures that was leaked. I keep thinking of The Dark Knight, where he's like, "Why you? What makes you better than me? Because I'm not wearing hockey pads."
Yeah.
They look like hockey pads.
Well, like I said, this is supposed to be a second year's Batman. He's still putting everything together. Also, too, this couldn't also be a not the actual master suit. It could be like a stunt suit.
A prototype suit or
Yeah.
something like that. Well,
That's not actually used for like in-screen shots. It could just be used for stunt
if
shots.
they CGI it, they're gonna need some good CGI.
Oh, you already know they're gonna
the
CGI the
last
cape.
time DC did CGI, what did we get?
A messed up mustache.
No. I'm gonna tell you what you got when they did a CGI. I know what you're talking about because you want to shave. Are you kidding me? You don't want to shave.
Well, he was doing another movie.
I'll tell you what you get when DC does CGI. Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
Yes.
That was horrific. That was bad. Hi over there walking.
Thanks for
walking by.
watching.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did it already.
It's my biggest fan.
Yeah, I did it out.
So what you get when you do DC, you get Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern outfit. He even makes fun of that. Don't make it CGI. Anyways, you're gonna get that. If they're gonna CGI a suit, which I don't think that's CGI.
Well, you already know they're gonna CGI the cape. They always CGI the cape for stunts and stuff.
No, and I'm okay with that. But if you're gonna do CGI, you're gonna have to go with Avengers Endgame level of CGI because when they're walking down doing that long walk and all of them are in their black and white suits when they go back in time with the thingy to go get the stones. All those suits are CGI. Not one of them. Yeah, none of them are wearing. Those
Like,
are
I
not real
noticed some of
suits.
them look CGI, but I didn't know they were all CGI.
They were all CGI.
Especially when they're doing stuff. They're just wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, everything. Now, everyone knows Iron Man CGI. The only thing they have on him is like a chest plate.
Yeah.
That goes from here to
Like
here.
they have some pieces, but not the whole
They
thing.
don't even have the back on because Robert Downey Jr. stopped wearing the suit after the second movie because what he said was pinchy. So if you moved,
Well, yeah, there's
the
a lot of
armor would
pieces
come.
to
Yeah,
it. It's a very intricate suit.
the fiberglass or the armor or the plastic would pinch him in his zero fat on his body. Which, if you made me a suit like that, I would totally wear it. Like I'd wear it to bar mitzvahs. I wear it to births, brisk.
See, because like the suit, it looks so weird still.
It
Like,
looks-
I know these are like pre-production photos; they're not the actual end, but like just some of them,
And I'll
like
tell you,
that the mask, the cowl for the face, it goes up so far.
well, I'll tell you why. This mask bothers me. It's very horizontal. It comes straight across. There's nothing there. Like, okay, if you look
And it goes far back, like it's almost to his ear.
this is Batman from Dark Knight Rises. The video game was
Yeah.
it?
Arkham City.
Arkham City thing. It goes up. It comes down like a V. If you look at this, it's very just shot across.
It just follows his jawline.
And I've also said it, talking about the Batsuit kid from Gotham when he comes as the Batman. That nose right here has a line. There's no underneath where the plastic comes or the rubber comes. It shows nostrils and stuff like that. Given the fact that all the other Batmans didn't have it, and Val Kilmer, George Clooney, and they had to breathe through their mouth, and you can tell there's getting gassed and stuff like that. You want to breathe through your nose, but it takes away from the aspect of the bat suit, and I don't like that. And when talking about the bat suit, a lot of people are saying the emblem that is on his chest is from a bat suit from, I guess it's made of a gun. The symbol is made of a gun, the
yeah, I saw
same
that.
gun that killed his parents and stuff like that.
They're
Kevin's-
also saying, the director's saying it's going to be very noir kind of mystery, so there's going to be a lot more detecting instead of fighting. Like, because in the comics, he's the best detective in the world. And that's what he wants in this movie, is he wants it to feel like a very strong detective movie.
I'm looking at the Batmobile, and it looks like Dominic Toretto's
Yes.
Charger without the
Yeah.
the engine
engine
block
block,
sticking out of the.
Because the engine's in
the
the back
roof.
now.
I don't know. It looks like a Stingray, like without the giant spoiler.
And
It's like
you can see they put the engine in the back.
no, looking at this now, it looks like It looks like primered out Black Beauty with like some customized parts. You know, if you don't know the Black Beauty, that's the Green Hornet's car. Get him, Kato. That's on Netflix.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Well, you didn't believe Seth Rogen as
No.
as a superhero. Who would have thought that? By the way, Seth Rogen, that wasn't a dig on you. That was a dig on Miramax. I think Miramax did that one. I remember watching that. It was all right, but then again, like It wasn't the bear.
He can't fill in that suit. Go back up. He can't fill that in.
No, that's also him from Twilight.
I know.
That's him as Edward Collins. Is that the vampire's name?
I don't know.
I've never read the books. I never watched the movies. I watched one part of a movie.
But it's just so weird putting him in that suit.
I watched one part of those Twilight movies, and I'll tell you which one. I don't know. You guys tell me which movie it is. Who's it?
Who's it?
I don't know. The Disney Hello Boys. What's the topic? Everything's a topic. So
Just wherever's coming up right now.
I watched the Twilight movies, and I guess it was like some pimped out, Catholic looking Vatican vampires versus the vampires from Oregon, and they're kind of like whatever. And they have dogs, which were big wolves. I guess they're werewolves of the Native American tribes.
Yeah.
They're skinwalkers.
That's basically what Twilight is. Yet a girl has to choose between necrophilia and bestiality.
Very true. But now they're about to have a war, and one's head gets ripped off, and now they're fighting one another. So much so they're fighting, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. One jumps up, hits the ground, cracks it in half. People are falling and dying, and people's heads are getting ripped off, and limbs and hearts are getting ripped out. People are losing their minds. To find out that was not that was all like the guy. I guess the guy touched
all
the girl.
CGI.
It wasn't CGI. The girl. Well, I guess it was the girl. The guy touches the girl, and with that one touch, he saw everything that was about to happen. He saw his own death. He was the leader of the bougie Catholic the vampires, and he saw his own death. He was like, you know what? I think we should. You know what? We give up. We should really rethink this. So the fight scene never really happened. It was like a dream sequence almost.
Yeah.
And that's what I was like, you know what? I'm so happy I didn't waste my time on all these other movies because they suck. Not one Twilight. Yeah, I've only seen that one, and that was probably going on the internet to be like, what fight scenes you see all kinds of like P.I. Man. He has a bunch of fight scenes, but that's one I would never invest on watching those movies.
No.
And I'm pretty sure Mr. Robert Pattinson has probably 100 other roles. But that's the one that people.
Yeah, he's most known for.
That he's known for, and I'll tell you, and I'll wrap this up like this, and that's. I had a supervisor one time tell me, "There people you're gonna do good and you're gonna do bad. Which one do you think people are gonna remember you more for? It's gonna be the bad.
Yeah.
They remember the last bad thing you did. And I'm sorry, Twilight. Girls like Twilight. I understand. I remember.
Teenagers.
Was it high school? Was that high school?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I remember my sister. She was like Team Edward, vampire, whatever. And then, I just didn't get it. I never understood it. And then girls like, oh my god, this movie is great. I like looking at both guys. One guy's really skinny that had airbrushed abs on his stomach. The other guy looked like a. If we had to pick sides, I'm going with the guy that looks like a brick shithouse. It looks like he could tear your arms off, like Chewbacca. Wookiees tearing arms out of arm sockets.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my I'm gonna say my piece on Mr. Edward Collins, Robert Pattinson. I'm not a Twilight guy. Wasn't a fan of the casting. I know a lot of people aren't, but would get jacked. I have a brother-in-law. He's jacked. He can play Batman. Javi, he's pretty big.
Yeah.
There's those things. I don't know. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to follow under Batman Year One. Batman Year One is one of those things that's like it is a basis for Batman. They show Batman. He's gotten down to his training. He's getting all his suits ready. I actually have that comic book. I bought that at I read it before. I bought it at the Toy Expo. Did you know that thing was affected by COVID? No. So I bought that one.
Yeah.
Batman shows him going through undercover and doing makeup and all this stuff. Selena Kyle's in there. She's a prostitute, believe that or not. Jesus. And
There's a good one.
they show him mistaking. They show him like, okay, there's one of my favorite scenes not scenes, but panels in that comic where Batman jumps. He sees a bunch of dudes. There's a broke down car. There's a fire barrel, and they're all trying to keep warm, and they're all talking like, yeah, we should do this, and yeah, we should do that. And then Batman jumps from the top of the roof down to the back on the top of the hood of that car. It's broken down. Boom! The guy turns around. They get scared, and he shoots a blind shot, and the bullet goes right through Batman's ears through the back of his cape. because shot him right in the face. It was down like an inch more. I love that because it shows him not knowing everything. Batman, he plans everything out to like 200 steps, so 200 moves. So like he's always 200 moves ahead of you. I know how the fight is going to progress because I'm going to progress it as such that it goes this way. And that's what Batman. I don't see him going to be that, but that's what Batman Year One is about. And I want to see it. You were saying they're going to a more detective way of doing things. Who knows?
Because I mean, every Batman movie we've seen, it's a lot of fighting. There is some detective work, yes.
See, the cape has like a fucking collar to it, and that reminds me of Batman by Gaslight.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Story dragged out too long.
Robert Pattinson is being seen as the first time in costume as the Cape Crusader. There's only one Cape Crusader, and that's Adam West. Bar none. That's it. Boom. Put a kibosh in that Cape Crusader thing. Who would win? Robert Pattinson, Batman, or John Wick?
John Wick.
John Wick. I was watching this
A
movie.
man of sheer commitment, a sheer will. Yeah. That's like when back when Equalizer and John Wick both came out at the same time. One of the big debates was who would win, the Equalizer or John Wick.
So anyways,
I think John Wick.
John Wick. There's a movie that was on Netflix, and it had Thor. Well, no, what's his name? Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, The Extraction.
Yeah, The Extraction.
That was a good movie.
I'm walking around the corner. The movie's already playing in the living room, and Thor is just John Wicking everybody.
I know.
And I'm like, who pissed off Thor?
You
Like,
should see the part where he's fighting the kids. That was hilarious.
he fights kids?
Yeah, he fights kids. He like backhands one of them.
I just thought, like how are you gonna fight kids? Like throw candy at them?
No, he was just because they were attacking him, and yeah, he's just backhanding them and throwing them around. It was hilarious.
I don't know. There's a whole lot we can go in on this, and
Let's save more for the panel.
yeah, right. We're doing the panel. We were supposed to do the panel at Comic-Con. They canceled.
They're
COVID.
still in the air if they're going to be doing it later this year or not. Because I know Tucson's still thinking about canceling in November. So Phoenix is probably also still on the fence about if they're going to continue on or not.
So this is 2021, right? Yeah, it looks like the release date is somewhere.
But again, it could be pushed back.
It could be pushed back.
Because like they were filming Jurassic World, which could be pushed back still. They're filming Batman.
Matt Reeves is directing this, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with some of his work. I have to go back and watch some of his stuff. But Matt Reeves is on this.
We were supposed to. Oh, let's move on to Marvel for a bit because we've talked a lot about DC. Marvel, they pushed back Black Widow to November.
Yeah, I can see that because I don't.
Because I know they were talking about putting it right onto the Disney Plus, which I would have liked, and maybe do like a rental kind of thing. Like you rent it for 24 hours, you could watch it how many times you want. Or even just make it for Disney Plus subscribers. That would have brought in money too from.
You know how they have to do it? They have to do it like they did that movie Onward, that Pixar movie they had with the two brothers. They're trying to see their dad, and they use magic, and it doesn't work out, and they have to go find another whatever rock or stone to a phoenix stone. But this is how they do it. They released it about 2 weeks before they put it on Disney Plus. Give people the opportunity to buy it. It was $20.
Yeah.
That's 2 movie tickets. That's 2 people. Given the fact that I have a 4-person household, me, Angie, 2 boys, that's 4 people. I got a discount. No, but that's how they have to do it. Release it, put it out there for a couple of weeks, then give it for free. Because guess what? Even if you don't have it, if it's something people are going to watch, once again, getting the new subscriptions will pay that $10.
Yeah. Or even like, add an extra $1 onto your subscription, you can have it for 24 hours. And then release it on your Blu-ray, on your DVD, on your buy-to-own stuff. I did find out, they released an official statement. It's going to take place after Civil War.
It's going to take place after Civil War.
It takes place after Civil War.
I think what I've...
Because, everybody would say, oh, she's dead now. Because spoilers, she's dead now in Endgame. But no, they said, no, this movie takes place directly after Civil War. So it takes place between Civil War and whichever movie was next.
You know what? I would be cool if they showed... what was that place they were always talking about, her and Hawkeye? This is totally different than... this is just like that one place. Like,
yeah.
Was it?
Well, no. This is when she supposedly it takes, like it says, it takes place after Civil War, but it also goes into her past more of when she was a secret agent for.
So I'm pretty sure it's gonna have flashbacks.
It's gonna have flashbacks. Robert Downey Jr. is supposed to be in it.
Okay, I could dig
I
it.
guess this is supposed to be one of his last ones he filmed before his contract is up, which he's now trying to renegotiate contract again to come back to the MCU.
As what?
Well, they're saying that he can
As
come
a
back.
ghost?
No.
He could be in the Haunted Mansion movie.
No, he's like he could be like a Jarvis.
A jo-
He's an AI programmed after Tony
no,
Stark.
no, there is an AI. They're not an AI Tony Stark. I think it's in. Is it Heartbeat? Ironheart. That's the girl's name.
Ironheart, yeah.
Ironheart.
That's what they were saying was Ironheart. Like
Um,
it could be an AI Tony Stark that's in the suit, which Ironheart could it be his daughter, could it be someone else taking the mantle?
So, in the comic series, Ironheart is, I believe, is an African American girl. Yeah, and she's just as smart as Tony Stark, or maybe not smarter. Tony Stark passes on the mantle to her, and I think she resides in the same universe as, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. There's a picture right there, and yeah.
Yeah, it's just the thing is like they were mentioning Ironheart, but then again, his daughter's there, so maybe his daughter takes over. But he did say in one of his, he was trying to get more money, but they said no. So then he said, "Well, I'll come back if Gwyneth Paltrow comes back." But I think she's totally done with it. She doesn't want anything else to do with it.
I honestly, but like her,
They're just so
first
many-
off, Gwyneth Paltrow's a nut.
Yes, she is.
She is a nut.
She's
Like,
crazy.
crazy nut. And I'm not saying like, oh, because she has money. No,
No, she
has
recommends health products and health things to do healthy stuff. That's not recommended to do because it's unhealthy.
All right, she owns a website called Goop.com. She was she was offering stickers, like when my sons go get a shot, they get stickers. Oh, you did so well. Here's a sticker for you.
a sticker.
Here's a sticker. She was offering stickers that that when you put them on would absorb negative radiation from the sun and like replace it or send it back or rejected radiation or negative radiations. And in one of the description it said the same as the same they use for the astronaut suits that go to space when they do spacewalks in the suits and because the sun emits radiation that's not protected by our Earth's atmosphere. The fucking NASA had to intervene and come out and says, we have no idea what she's talking about. We don't use any type of material like that.
Like I've also seen a lot of stuff. She recommends health tips that doctors just like don't do it. That's not don't do it.
Have you seen the egg rock that she says that you should hold?
No.
Yeah. No, it's
no.
Yeah, no. Females, they take a rock.
No.
Yeah, it's one of the worst ideas. One of the worst things I've ever heard. A rock, an egg rock, and you stick it in things that shouldn't be. She's a nut, and I'm okay with her not coming back.
Have you ever hear about like bleaching certain parts of your body?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. No, I'm good with that.
Sun bleaching.
There's a scene in Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo. Go ahead and jump in. I have a real Gene Garoppolo situation going on back there. So anyway, I'm okay with her not coming back as Pepper Potts because honestly she was so as a cameo anyways.
Yeah, like I think when she first started, she was really into it, and afterwards, like towards the end, she just kind of like, I really don't care anymore. I'm just here for the money.
Now, what I think they should stop dragging their feet on and really jump into is Nova.
There is talk of a Nova movie. There's also they're working on a Hawkeye movie.
I think that was going Disney Plus, right?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be Disney Plus. I think it's gonna be an actual movie. Bring up the Phase timeline. Because they're still adding and taking stuff off the timelines. Like there's talk of a Blade movie. I think Nova was in talks for it, or at least a cameo to get him started.
See, one thing we could do with Nova is in the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was Volume 1. They went to the police station thingy, and
Nova Corps?
The Nova Corps is already established there.
Yep.
It does fall at one point, but what you should do is go gold helmet Nova, right? And then that would be the first movie, but it also be a prequel because I think they should kill him off, pass on the black helmet Nova to the kids.
Well, first of all, you gotta establish Nova. You gotta make him as a cameo in a movie, and then give him some type of background to establish him, like they did with
but I think that would be doing too much. Because if you're gonna kill off the first Nova anyways, I think they should kill off the first Nova and go straight to Kid Nova.
They just got to establish a Nova in the first place, and then eventually down the road, yeah, you could kill off if you want to, but you got to start somewhere, not just hey, he's in this for 5 minutes, kill him off, Kid Nova.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Give Nova the first Nova, his movie. I have Nova #1 right over there on the wall. Give him his movie. Establish Nova, not the guy, but Nova as a character. You're gonna kill him off, and in Kid Nova's series, he actually goes after looking for the Novas, like the last Novas.
Oh, you could do like a Green Lantern kind of thing, like he's already been established, but now he's getting passed on.
Yeah, that's how it kind of is. His dad was a Nova, and he was a Black Helmet Nova, and then he gets kidnapped by like galactic aliens, and then the kid who's from Carefree, Arizona, Metal, he actually fights Hulk and all these other ones. He's a new adventure.
And also too, is they could do it in Guardians, they could do it in Captain Marvel, because I know Captain Marvel's gonna have another movie. But she's not only just on Earth now; she's all over the galaxy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can put her in one of those movies, but whatever it is, you have to not make people like the first Nova because you're going to be killing them off going to the second one anyways.
Yeah.
And that's how I think they should really go about it. You know, this guy flies around the galaxy as well. You know, he goes there's a comic series where he just goes off looking for his father in general.
And see, that's the other thing too is they can, like at the end of Captain Marvel, Nick Fury had that operational space thing going on with the Skrull. Which another thing too is they're still working on the Skrull invasion.
So I was asking if we're Star Wars fans. We love Star Wars.
Oh heck yeah, we're Star Wars fans. What was it last year? I got to meet Ray Park.
Ray Park was last year.
I've also met Billy D. Williams.
I'm you know what? Talking about Star Wars real quick. I'm happy that they're bringing in what's the guy's name? Played Jango Fett in Episode 2.
I can't remember his name.
There's a Samoan name. The Samoan brother.
But he's gonna supposedly play Boba Fett and clones again.
No, and I'm okay with that because guess what? He was. Now, the person who's probably going to be pissed would be Daniel Logan, because you know he's still around.
But didn't he do some stuff that Disney didn't like?
I don't know. All right, so Tamara Morrison.
He was also an Aquaman.
Was he an Aquaman?
Yeah,
Was he an Aquaman?
he was the. Go down a little bit more. He was the father of Aquaman. Scroll down.
What is that?
Right there. Go up. Yeah, he was Aquaman's father.
He was. Oh, okay, I can see that. He was. He also played the. He was also in Moana.
What's it say? Really? I
There's
can't
a-
see.
There's a Star Wars story on YouTube we got to check out.
Really? Well, you would love Noah.
Noah.
Star Wars on YouTube.
Noah. Who's Noah?
That sounds familiar. Because I do watch Star Wars made stuff on YouTube. Like I watched a Star Wars series, Vader episode that he made. That was pretty good.
I'll check it out. I'm definitely down with that. But I like that they're bringing back that character to play Boba Fett later on. Noah's Ark. So they're gonna get 2 Tauntauns, 2 was that one the big monster that Luke fights? The Rancor, 2 Rancors,
Yeah.
2 Banfas, 2 Womp Rats.
I like to see how they how he got out of the pit. I like them explaining that.
How Boba Fett?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you actually read about that.
I know, but how they're gonna do it on the show though? Because right now all that stuff is legends. Nothing's canon yet for him getting out of the pit.
Well, I want to see how far they're gonna take it. I think bringing in Boba Fett is adding a direct like twist to everything because Boba Fett being. See, someone tried to say they took a dig on Boba Fett and Jango Fett in the Mandalorian series. It was episode 3 when they go to that planet and they had to fight the big old walker, the Imperial Walker that redefined for those dog face thingies. The one they did the Lego set for. Remember you did the video, the video where we did the Lego set. So what happens is that what happened? I'm trying to figure that one out. I lost train of thought on that. Oh, this is what happened. So Boba Fett is doing all that stuff. He gets eaten by the thing. What was I talking about? I forgot myself.
He said that they were trying to take a dig at Boba Fett and Jango.
Oh, yeah. That episode. Exactly. That episode. They come up to the Mandalorian. They're like, "Are you a Mandalorian?" And he's like, "Hey, well, you know, are you a Mandalorian? Or are you just wearing Mandalorian armor?" they're trying to say that Boba Fett and Jango Fett were not true Mandalorians because they didn't live the Mandalorian way, which I call bullshit on that. Because
right now, Mandalore is a culture rather than a race.
Well, also that Jango Fett was part of the true Mandalorians. That was Jaster Mal was going against the Death Watch. This Mandalorians of the Mandalorian series adopted clan. So technically, we're cheering for the bad guys.
But if you think about it, Mandalorians were an actual alien race until it was.
Oh yeah,
they disappeared. They eventually were bred out of existence or something, or some war.
The Mandalorians were like some tall, like faces,
red-skinned things. Yeah.
I thought it was gray skin, but regardless, they lived. They were the first inhabitants and the true inhabitants of Coruscant, and they were driven out by the Jedi.
Yeah,
and then they landed on Mandalore and stuff like that. And they lived on like flotillas, if you will, and taking that word from Mass Effect, but ships that would combine with other ships that would make a colony inside a giant ship in space, and they would know this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how you get Mandalorians, and that their face and stuff like that is trying to their helmets with the T visor and stuff like that is that of the old Mandalorian race. But now it's a culture of valor and battle and armor and all that stuff. I'm all for it. I'm 100% for it. There's a bunch of Star Wars toys coming out. So I'm excited. Noah's Ark. What? There's a bunch of stuff that's coming out Star Wars wise. I'm ready for it. I'm 100%.
Didn't we meet him?
No, he
was Jeremy
Brollock is that one right there. Yeah, we met him. It was his final on his
one of his last ones. Yeah,
it was one of his last appearances doing autographs and all the other good stuff. Doing it for Comic Cons, which I'm happy for. I'm good with that. Is that Commander Cody?
Yeah.
Okay, I could dig it. Commander Cody. Yeah, no, Star Wars is cool. I like Star Wars. There's a bunch of stuff.
And with the Clone Wars wrapping up, that was, like I said, it was still great.
No, I need to go back and watch that. You were telling me the last episode is like...
The last 4 episodes tie in with episode 3.
Does it show Anakin killing younglings?
No, but they have... there's a scene where Ahsoka is actually feeling it happen, and she hears the younglings crying out and everything as he's doing it.
If he doesn't kill younglings, I want nothing with it.
No, you hear it, though. That's the thing.
You hear him?
And then you hear the whole exchange between him and Palpatine. Like, what have I done? And they actually used audio from the movie.
What's our favorite Star Wars movie? My favorite Star Wars movie is always going to be Episode 2, and that's just because I'm a giant Jango Fett fan and Boba Fett fan. But if it was like one of the original trilogies, Empire Strikes Back. If it's one of the new ones, I'm gonna go with Force Awakens because that was a J.J. Abrams.
Mine will probably be Episode 3 from the prequel trilogy. The original trilogy would probably be Return of the Jedi, and then the new ones would probably be Rise of Skywalker.
I can see where JJ was trying to fix what the other director and the second one of that was trying to.
Yeah.
JJ can only do so much.
Well, see, JJ should have just stayed around for all 3. He shouldn't have left in the middle.
Well, like how do you say it? When you look at like Solo, there was like 10 directors. They even brought that dude from Happy Days to try to fix it in. What was his name?
I forgot about Grinch. Well, those actually don't count. But like Rogue One, I thought was the best one out of all the newest ones. Like I loved Rogue One.
3, 4, 7.
Yeah, those were good ones. Solo was a little weird, but I think my favorite part in Solo was Darth Maul because they brought back Ray Park for that.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Ray Park. It was actually the guy who.
No, so Ray Park was the body, the person, but they had Sam Witwer as the voice.
Ah, the voice from the clone. I know.
Yep, because he's the most established voice for Darth Maul.
I liked him in. I liked him who played the fake Bay Harbor Butcher in Dexter. He played that role. Have you seen that one?
No, I never watched it.
What?
I know he was also an actor. He was. Well, I was watching some movie where it was like aliens or something in the fog, and like he was a colonel or whatever, and like they were throwing him out of the store to get killed.
Dexter. He was really good in that. I liked it. He had a short little, but that's how I remember him most. A lot of things.
He was also Star Killer in the video games for Force Unleashed.
Yeah, it was. He was that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming out. Anyways.
He also played the Emperor in The Force Unleashed.
Says Disney bought the Alien franchise. Well,
No.
if that's the case, if they're gonna buy xenomorphs and Ripley and stuff like that, there ain't gonna be no more exploding out the chest.
No,
and stuff.
that's gonna be real PG.
Yeah, no,
No.
you could kiss that goodbye.
Well, would that mean they also have Predator? Or because aren't they owned by the same company? Predator and
Oh,
Alien.
no, it's a joke.
Ah.
That'd be kind of cool. Like, how would you have if Alien did get bought out by Disney?
The
how
Alien
would you
Queen
have,
has become a
she's
princess
gonna
now.
have Disney, not Mickey Mouse ears. There should be a Disney princess at that point, right?
Yes.
She's the. Could you imagine like all the songbirds and deer
Yeah.
coming around, just getting eaten and stuff like that?
Like a music starts to play and all of a sudden it just kills the bird.
Feels all like the little birds and deers, like chests are exploding.
Did you watch the most recent Predator movie?
Oh, he said no, it wasn't a joke. They did buy it. I had to look that up. I got Google in front
Oh
of me.
come on. Because that would mean they own, and don't they? I think it's Fox owns them.
Well, was that part of the acquisition when Fox sold over to Disney?
Oh, that's right.
What was that? Fox?
I don't know.
franchise?
Look that up. I forgot about them buying Fox because Fox owns like Predator, Alien.
It'd be like
they
that.
got all their Marvel series back from them.
There you go.
That's disturbing. Disney has confirmed plans to continue the Alien franchise.
Wow.
But how though?
Mickey Mouse ears on everything, hidden Mickey.
No, I'm serious because like, are they gonna let Fox continue on with what they were originally doing, or are they gonna put their name on it? Because if they do, that means it's gonna be less violent. It's gonna be less. It's gonna be more PG-13ish, not rated R. Because I think Covenant was rated R, wasn't it?
It is confirmed 100% here on
Oh.
96 Studios that the Alien Queen is now a Disney princess.
Mm-hmm.
So
Got demoted from queen to princess.
got demoted from queen to princess. They will be. Oh, they'll use Fox's name. I always said because they own Hulu now, that was bought through acquisition of Fox, that they could put all their more racier things on Hulu. Be like, hey, Disney, wholesome.
Because I would
family-friendly.
see Disney owning Fox, but saying, hey, Fox, you can continue doing what you're doing, but we're just gonna own you. Because like with Deadpool, they want to put Deadpool in the MCU, so they would make him more MCU friendly.
Like
And not
Deadpool.
let Fox.
Well, there's a lot of stuff with Deadpool too. Ryan Reynolds wants it. A lot of other people want it. Hell, even Hugh Jackman stepped up and said he wants it. And Disney just
and
doesn't
people
want
like. I guess they're still trying to get Hugh Jackman to come back for a Deadpool Wolverine movie.
I'm down with that.
They're still begging him. They're
If you,
still
if
trying
you
to
want
work
to
something
put
out.
butts in seats, this is what you do to get Wolverine back. You get Wolverine versus the Hulk, like in freaking 181 comic series, Hulk versus Hulk 181, and you give me the Wendigo, I'll give you my money.
But here's another thing too: is that they've supposedly already recast Wolverine for the MCU, so it'd be conflicting. If you have Deadpool Wolverine in a movie, it'd be conflicting with the Wolverine that they've supposedly already got to replace Hugh Jackman,
Hugh Jackman,
unless they make it outside the MCU.
I'm all good with that. But this is the other thing in the Alien franchise, they can get the little aliens from Toy Story to be the new aliens that be bursting out of people's chest.
Can you imagine that? Like,
Little antenna, three-eyed alien.
Andy's cleaning up his toys, puts them all in the toy box, and it's just dark. And all of a sudden, you hear the hissing, and the alien toy just climbing up slowly. And Woody's like, "What's that?"
And then all of a sudden, the Buzz Lightyear burst out of his chest. Just comes
NECA.
forth.
Who's NECA? NECA series aliens.
Try to check out the Noah Star Wars story. We'll do. We will check out the Noah Star Wars story. Thanks for stopping by, by the way.
Yeah. How long have we been streaming?
I don't know. A lot. 1,000 hours. Not long at all. Uh, 1,000 hours. Which I'm okay with.
How many people are watching?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
5. We got 5.
Oh, 5 people.
Woo!
Hi guys. It's Coda. Female Coda.
Oh.
Nice. Spider-Man is better, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you something about Spider-Man. We're not going to get the only Spider-Man that's good right now, which is the good Spider-Man from the MCU, but I like the one from the Miles Morales Spider-Man from the Into the Spider-Verse. That's my Spider-Man right now.
Well, is she talking about live action or animated?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I grew up watching Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I thought that was like the best Spider-Man ever because it feels so comic booky.
You know what? Tobey Maguire was too old for me. He was he just did he didn't look like a teenager. Now the new kid, the little British kid
Tom
they got,
Holland.
Tom Holland, he looks like a whatchamacallit. He looks like a kid. He's 23 when he made that movie.
Yeah,
And so what are you gonna do? You're gonna
23-year-old in high school.
23-year-old in high school.
Well, it makes sense after Endgame.
Well, that's the thing. I always looked that up. Like, why don't they just get kids to do it? So in that, that took me to Superbad with McLovin and all that stuff. So the kid who played McLovin, what's his name? Andrew Montsplas or whatever his name is. He couldn't do certain things in that movie that were because you've seen that movie. There are certain things he couldn't do because he was underage.
Well, they just made that movie recently with those 4 kids that they were doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing because they were underage. What is that?
He was more of a Spider-Man gal, a comic book Spider-Man gal. We have comic books of Spider-Man right here.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see. We were just like messing around, going through a bunch of comic books before we started this, and I have a long box right here, and we have. Watch, I have one of my favorite comic books actually.
I have Spider-Gwen #1.
Yeah, you do have Spider-Man #1.
Yeah.
I have Secret Wars #1, Spider-Man right on the cover. I actually have Secret Wars #8 hanging around the wall over there, which is first black suit Spider-Man.
Oh, I have the What If Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's right, you do have that one.
Yeah.
I actually have the What If Fantastic Four didn't get powers. And I have the Amazing Spider-Man. What number? Oh, anyways. It's What If Spider-Man and Peter Parker and Mary Jane got married. Bought that for $8.
Yeah.
From Old Pueblo Comics right here in Tucson, Arizona. That was actually a good one. I like collecting stuff like that. I'm all into Spider-Man. Spider-Man's good. What would you do for a new Spider-Man movie? Because at some point Sony is gonna have to bring Venom to the table. With
I want to see a
Disney.
Sinister Six. They've been teasing it so much. And
They did tease that last one.
They felt because was Amazing Spider-Man 2. They teased it, and there was supposed to be a Sinister Six after that.
But wouldn't you have to introduce all those characters again?
I mean, they can do it without having to introduce them.
I don't know. Sinister.
I mean, it's all there. We know all those characters. I mean, we've had Venom, we've had Goblin many times, we've had Doc Ock already. We had Vulture. Is it Vulture? Yeah, it's Vulture. We had him in Homecoming.
Yeah, we did have him in Homecoming.
Who else is in the Sinister Six? Electro? Is he part of the Six?
I'm looking it up. Sinister Six.
Oh, we also have a Morbius movie coming out this year.
I'm not a fan of that. Jared Leto. Not just because Jared Leto. Just it's
Because I mean, he's a big Spider-Man. 2021 trailer.
for the new Spider-Man movie for 2021. We'll have to check that out. So
What Spider-Man movie is she talking about?
we have the Revenge of the Sinister Six, Sinister Seven, Sandman Sinister Six. There's a bunch of Sinister 12. Jesus, are you kidding me?
And they had the Sinister Six in that recent Spider-Man
Civil
game.
War Sinister Six. I just want the original. So it looks like the Sinister Six going off. Looks like Doc Ock, that Hunter dude.
Craven the Hunter?
Craven the Hunter.
Mysterio.
Electro,
Vulture.
Sandman, and that's it.
Vulture.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 of them. Who knows? There's a whole lot of stuff like that. Now they have a 2021 Spider-Man movie coming out. Is it Disney Spider-Man or is it
Sony?
Sony?
Because I know they were talking
into
about
the Spider-Verse Spider-Man.
No, because they're in the process of making a Venom sequel. I know that.
Well, so that's my thing about Venom movie was
That
was he a
wasn't-
good guy or was he a bad guy?
Yes, Venom is one of those ones that he's an anti-hero. He goes back and forth.
Really, does he though?
Yeah, he does. Because in the comics, sometimes he helps, sometimes he doesn't help, sometimes he is the problem. So I mean, in the movie, he started out as a bad guy and then became a hero.
Venom.
Yeah,
That one's yours.
Don't remind me.
That's your comment.
Yes, I am wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
bored and you're wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Thank you
Spider-Man somewhere. No, it's Iron Man. I don't know. It's somewhere on there. I'm wearing an Avengers shirt. I didn't even know about that today. So I just grabbed
Look it up real quick. Spider-Man 2021.
All right, Spider-Man 2021.
Because I'm wondering if she's talking about an actual Spider-Man movie or if she's talking about the Venom sequel.
2021. So let's see what we got over here.
I think it's Venom 2 she's talking about.
Mm,
It's either Venom 2 or Morbius.
Homesick. Might be a teaser pro.
Oh, is it the teaser?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to check it out because if we try to play here, the audio.
But also too, is that from the actual studio or is it a fan made?
Spider-Man 3 Home Run teaser trailer concept. Then you have Spider-Man Homesick.
Because if it was an actual trailer from the studio, I would have heard about it.
Why does it all have to be home things?
Well, you got Homecoming, Far From Home.
They should
it's
do.
a running
They should
team
do
now.
Spider-Man in Compton, homeboy. Stupid. I'm so sorry.
You look like a man.
Is it? It looks like a man. Oh, he'll look like a man. He'll look like a man. I don't know. But
And I know that they were talking about trying to get Tom Holland in the next Venom movie.
well,
as
that's
a
the thing.
cameo.
You're gonna have to bridge a lot, and then with that, you're gonna have to make one. You're gonna have to buff up Spider-Man because him standing next to Bane. What's his name? Edward Harding.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah.
He's big as shit.
Well, his character is not buff and everything, but Venom is huge.
No, but that's the thing. You're gonna have to make him a bad guy. He's not a bad guy and a good guy with Spider-Man. He tries to eat the guy in 1,000. In the animated cartoon,
Well,
he
that's another thing,
strips
too, is
him down and tries to throw him off the side of a building.
They're gonna have to give the symbiote to Spider-Man sometime.
Yeah, but we tried that already.
No, I'm serious because like
I'm serious. We tried that.
in the movie it went straight to Eddie Brock, but in the comics and other movies it goes straight to Spider-Man first, then to Eddie Brock when Spider-Man gets rid of him. So I mean he's gonna have to meet Spider-Man and be like, you know what, Eddie, get out of here, go away, I want him.
Well, also we're gonna have to get Carnage in this at some point.
Carnage is already in the second one. He was teased at the end of the first one, and they're filming him right now for the second one. It's supposed to be like Venom, Carnage something. It's just the running title.
Well, they also give Venom like they give it like a puppeteer. Like he separates himself from Eddie Brock.
I thought
and
that
he's
was actually cool because he
he's
does
like
that
Jim
in the comics.
Henson style. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we should go definitely do this.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That was the one thing that did throw me off. Was like it pulled away. It was talking to him as a third, as a second character.
Yeah, because basically that's what the symbiote is. It's a second entity inside of Eddie Brock. And in the comics, it does do that. Like, it even gives itself multiple heads at one point. See, I wish I could have seen Daredevil and Spider-Man on the same screen. Because they do fight each other, and it was a good fight.
I don't know, man. The one movie I'm waiting for is, and I'm gonna move off of Marvel for a second. I'm waiting for Flash movie, but that guy, his name's Ezra something. He has a video out there, him choking a fan, like at a I don't know where they're at.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I saw that. That was still under investigation if it was role play or if it was an actual
Role play?
incident. Because no, there's some people claiming that it was just messing around, like acting kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I got acting getting choked one time. It was a horrific kind of deal. I can't. I don't think they're gonna move forward with that guy. I think he shot himself in the foot for having any separated.
Well, actually,
movie.
no. In the recent Flash series, the season 6 that just came out, he actually makes a cameo appearance as the Flash.
Oh, does he now?
Yeah, the Flash talks to the Flash from the DC universe.
And what did he tell him? Did he tell him?
Well, it was one of those things like they meet each other and like, wait a minute, you're Flash, but I'm Flash. Yeah, I'm Flash, but aren't you? Yes, I am. And they talk for a second like multiple universes do exist, and then he kind of just disappears. So it's an interesting scene. It's only like a few seconds.
I don't know. I'm okay with the Flash movie, but it has to be Flashpoint, lawyered. That's all. That's all I have to say. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff we're going through today. We're just going through comic books. We're going through toys to start customizing back on that bandwagon. Is it a bandwagon or is it back to the old game?
Yeah,
There's no paint.
we have
stores.
kind of
We've exhausted ourselves.
strayed away from it.
We have strayed away from it. There's a bunch of comic books we want to go through. We want to talk about. Like we were planning on doing our top 10, top 5, top whatever comics. It was just one of those things like, okay, we're gonna do this. Okay, I have plans for this. We said we're pretty much having what would you call it? A round table at the square table of what's going on.
Like a get together and just talk about what we want to do over the next few months.
We're talking about Comic-Con that's supposedly rescheduled for September, which honestly I'm gonna go look up right now because
I have plans for something big that I need to get started on.
What is that?
The one thing we were talking about that I got the whole setup for that I haven't started yet.
Ah, yes. Yeah,
Yes.
we do have to start doing little things. And we have to start doing little projects too. Maybe a tutorial here and there.
Yeah.
There's an error on my screen. I have no idea. Okay, let's clear it up. Yeah, September 25th to the 27th, 2020, Phoenix Fan Fusion.
Oh, see if there's any changes to the guest list.
Nope, it would be right there. It just says update your hotel stay. And then when you come here, exhibitors, mascots, creator, marketplace, da 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 da. And that's it. That's all we got.
Oh wow, they really did change it.
They changed to the point where I can't find nothing. But we were supposed to be guests at Phoenix Fan Fusion, and we were supposed to be part of panels. One of the panels we were supposed to talk about. Is it a secret boarding? The thing that you're talking about?
Because
it is a secret.
I don't want to reveal it just yet and it fall through. So
Yeah, it's a thing, future
endeavor
to expand the '96 universe, if you will. But we don't want to put that out there yet, just in case it falls through. It doesn't happen, then everyone's like, "You're a liar." So
yeah, because I don't want to say, "Oh, it's gonna happen in this such time," and then it doesn't happen, and then it's just wait. I'll reveal it when I'm ready.
know what? I did that on our Instagram with if follow us at Instagram at 96 Studios.
Yeah.
There's another 96 Studio, which is 96.ca. Shout out. Yeah, I told them the name looks good on you. They're like, yeah, it looks great on you too. Anyways, they're cool. They're really cool. Never really talked to them, but they're cool. I posted out there, like Phoenix Fan Fusion, the logo with the Phoenix and all that stuff. 2020 announcement coming soon. Canceled.
Yep.
And now what's my announcement? They got canceled. Sorry.
Canceled till hopefully the end of the year.
Yeah. We're supposed to be guests. We had a bunch of panels. We had the Batman, ranking the MCU.
Ranking MCU.
What was the other one they had us do?
Was it a Netflix one?
Netflix made for what's ready to go for TV. Like which comic books, anything like that.
I thought it was
ready for a
I thought it was like
series.
what's coming and going on Netflix.
No, it was what was ready for the next Netflix series.
Oh.
Like me, I think we can do a reboot. Was it Scott Pilgrim, and do that as a TV Netflix series instead of just doing the movie, and make it more like the comic was, because the comic was fucking cool.
Never saw it.
The movie was like, oh,
Never saw it.
I still like the movie. I have the movie, but it's one of those things. But and we had another one was called Obsessed Much. And I think that was a fan interaction, like you talk about your experiences.
Oh yeah, like best
meeting.
moments as a fan or something.
As a fan, where were you when Jeff Goldblum was here last year? Like we met Jeff Goldblum last year twice, and one was we paid to meet him, autograph, and the other one was we were walking around the corner and a bunch of cops were escorting Mr. Goldblum, and I was the first one going, "Hi, what are you doing?" And like,
Oh, remember that year he almost got ran over by Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, we remember we almost got ran over by Dick Van Dyke.
You almost got ran over. I was standing behind you and I was watching the whole thing. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that's right. That
He goes zooming by in his little scooter.
Oh, the little careta. That's right.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Well, you know, Dick Van Dyke wants to live up to his name. He's gonna get sued.
Oh, you didn't miss the secret.
No, there's the secret. I'm telling you about the secret. It's something we want to do. We're pushing it off until
It's very secretive.
What you call it? The secret. We are not letting out the secret yet. Is something to expand, to grow, to be bigger, better, faster than we once were. 6 million man.
To reach a more bigger audience.
But for right now, we're just doing this. This was impromptu. We're just going through stuff. We're talking about what we want to talk about, separating ourselves from the madness of this world that's going on right now, and we are just doing this. We're talking about anything you want to talk about. Talking about, Star Wars, Spider-Man's, Batman's, all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
Telling stories. Speaking of spiders, I'm gonna tell you a spider story. I told you that story, never mind.
Yes. I probably know you're gonna tell it again.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm good with that spider story. I'm done with spiders right now.
Really? You just break his wrist like that?
Lift it. If you can lift that, you can lead the next subject.
Okay.
You're not worthy.
Well, what did he say? Is like, if I lift this, I'm bringing back something.
Oh, he says.
I know what he's talking about. I found out what that word means, but I.
It was like a holiday that used to be.
No, it wasn't a holiday.
Was it a holiday?
It was something to do with multiple wives and sexual partners.
Well, leave it to Tony Stark.
Yeah.
But if you put it in the elevator goes up and down still. But it's mechanical. It's not worthy.
Yeah.
Captain America is the only. Well, there's also a comic series where DC and Marvel did go
Toe-to-toe.
cooperate.
Yeah.
And they did go toe to toe. Wonder Woman beat the crap out of Thor and lifted his hammer. So Wonder Woman's worthy in the DC universe.
Who did Batman fight?
He fought the Hulk.
No, I thought he fought Captain America.
No, he fought the Hulk. No, he fought Wolverine. He fought Wolverine, and then there was another one where he fought the Hulk, where he beat Hulk with a kick to the solar plexus, to the stomach, and the Hulk was like,
Batman?
yeah, and then he fell over, and he went back to Bruce Banner. Yes, I know this one for a fact.
Because that was all it took.
It was
Freaking, they could have
all
beat
it
Hulk
took.
several times over.
All it took, Batman beat the Hulk with a kick to the stomach. I'll show you right now. Boom, son! And that's all it took. And then he shrunk down to a little dude.
So it takes a guy from another universe to beat the Hulk that nobody else in the MCU or the Marvel universe could do.
Yeah, boom.
Seriously. Wow.
And then he transforms down back to a regular Hulk. Or regular
That's
Bruce Banner.
sad. That it takes a character from another
It
universe
shows
to
you
beat
Hulk wants none of this. He wants none of this. Batman could beat anybody. Marvel Universe, DC Universe, Batman is the best superhero, and I just said superhero ever. You could argue me that. Lawyer.
I'm not going to argue that. But I'm going to say I am ready to go.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap us up here at 96 Studios Live. And this was just impromptu. Once again, we did not plan this. It was just one of those things like we got to give you guys something. We're going to do this again. If you didn't catch this, rewatch it back. Tell us what you thought. Chime in. Email us at 96 Studios Nerdart
Like, comment,
at
subscribe.
Gmail. Buy our premium Snapchat. You can find me also on farmersonly.com. Christian Mingle.
Oh, we're also going to go to the Silver Foxes
Silver
app.
Foxes
Yep.
app.
They had that old dating site where we're expanding.
We're expanding all over the place. Premium Snapchat.
Yeah. So.
We just created an OnlyFans account.
Oh, you did that. I didn't
I
get,
did that.
I didn't get in on
That. It was
that.
my OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
You can use the OnlyFans hack.
Oh, there's a hack?
There's a hack. Did you see the ones on YouTube?
No, I haven't seen
It's the stupidest ones ever. Look, if you have to download this app, you download it. It looks like you paid, and then they show you. Whatever. We're rambling on. But until we see you guys next time, keep making nerd art and
you around.
be safe.